Hi, and welcome to Season 2 of Big Sound Small Town, the podcast that spotlights the talented and diverse musicians in small towns and communities. This season we're branching out to include the community of people who make it possible for musicians to be able to perform their music, the producers, the recording engineers, the venue owners, and many others, and as always, the small town musicians. Remember, small town doesn't mean small talent. Hear their stories. Dan and Liz invited me into their home for this episode. They were gracious hosts. The beginning of it is a little clipped. But all in all, it's a very interesting interview. Enjoy it. Town, my guests are Liz and Dan from Sexy Monastery. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so tell me about your band. What's going on with it, and
Well, it's a duo.
Okay.
I think that's. Well, Liz, go ahead and take it off.
Well, this is my music project. Okay. Well, this is my music project for my original music. Dan's a solo artist.
Right.
I kind of pulled him into this when we started dating, and
Maybe we should start there.
yeah.
Okay, let's start there.
Well, I met him when he was busking on the street playing his original music, and in Shelby.
Right.
I came back from LA.
Yeah.
I lived out there for a while, doing music and film, trying to do film actually. And so I came back to Shelby, where my family lives in this area. And, well, to make a long story short, I was out one night with a friend, and I saw him busking on the street, and I was just...
Where were you busking at then?
I was out in front of Hippo
near
Cat.
Capers, where the Hippo Cat...
Around the corner. It's not there anymore, but...
Right, yeah.
We were both friends with Amanda Edwards.
Yeah, I know both of them well. So, yeah, they're good people. Yeah.
It was a great store.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great store.
Yeah, I miss it.
They got the pop-up things they do now. But,
long story short, I want to tell a thing about the rose quartz you had holding in your hand, vibrating.
Whatever. They were having some kind of gypsy woman with stones and stuff out there out front, and I was just walking back and forth, and I kept seeing him there, standing there playing guitar, and I was thinking, I was like, oh, he's really cute. And I just started talking to him randomly and asking him about... I told him I was going to sing karaoke that night because I wasn't really doing anything musically with my stuff at that time. I was just like going karaoke where I was having fun as a vocalist or whatever. And so I asked... He said, "Well, do you have room for me in the car? Can I go to karaoke with you?" And then, this was the funny thing about the whole situation. I looked at him, he was standing on the street playing guitar and singing. I was like, "Well, do you sing?" Like, I asked him, "Well, do you sing?" And he's like holding his guitar, and he's like, "Well, yeah, I'm out here, aren't I?"
Yeah.
And
so she walked up,
I was like, "Okay, well, I'll see if we have room for you, but I don't know if whoever's taking us will be able to take another person." So then we just had a casual conversation.
Did you go to karaoke?
We wound up going to karaoke.
Okay.
No, a couple nights later. That was a couple
nights later.
Oh, but he didn't go that night. He didn't go that night.
Well, so I just talked to him a little bit briefly, and then finally when I left, when I was leaving, I was like, "You're really cute," He was like, "Oh, well, thank you." So then I walked away.
Speechless is what I was. I didn't say thank you. It was weird.
Anyways,
I looked her up.
And that was the end of that conversation. So a couple days later, he tracked me down on Facebook through one of my friends, and he looked me up, and then he sent me a message, and we got together, and we hit it off. Like from then on, started sharing our music together, our original music.
Yeah. Did y'all have common non-original music?
Some. She's more into
pop and rock.
Mainstream corporate stuff that came after the 90s.
Right.
Rock kind of split into two directions. You had your indie music, and then you had your corporate mainstream music. She's more into that stuff. I've been more the indie stuff.
Right.
I mean, I like some of both, but
folk stuff.
Yeah.
And some. I don't really listen to folk music.
No, but you did folk album. Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so...
But we started off, and I went over to her house that first time, and I didn't have my guitar with me that day. And I told her I'd come back and bring my guitar. I was speechless around her. I mean, we are in a relationship, and they got to kind of go in there a little bit.
His hands were shaking and everything. Like he was so nervous.
Yeah, it's not normal for me to be nervous and shaky and stuff. So I knew there was something special about her. Anyways, I came back second time with my guitar, and I said, "Well, let's try to do one of your... You have songs?" She said, "Yeah, I've written many songs." She had melodies and everything. Just in her head, she could just spit out the song, just the vocal.
The vocal melody.
And I'm like, well, there's no sense in you just singing by yourself. I can make something up with the guitar, which I do that pretty fast. And before you know, we was recording, and I don't know, a month or two later, we started living together. And after about 6 months, we had something like 60 demos on SoundCloud.
Yeah, that's good.
60 recordings. They sounded decent. I mean, it don't sound like studio quality.
We had to record them on the laptop and stuff, or the cell phone.
But I've been kind of engineering with the sound of what you can do with a laptop for years now. Yeah. So, I mean, it sounds all right.
Yeah.
We've since taken all our demos down, and we're kind of saving what we have for the
album.
The back burner.
You got to. Yeah, tell me. I mean, you're coming out with a CD. We'll call it CD. Can't call them that anymore, but a music project, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
So because nobody buys CDs.
Most people probably download it.
It's a download,
or stream it for free.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the way it is these days.
Yeah.
But we'll call it. You got a music project getting ready that you're going to bring out. So that's pretty cool. You want to talk about some of that?
The name of the album and everything.
Yeah. Well, The name of the album we have is Wanted by Everyone, which is our big single.
Right.
It's entitled Wanted by Everyone. So we figured, like they did back in the olden days,
Yeah.
to take the biggest name single and use the album as the album name too.
Oh yeah, that's.
But we have about 5 tracks recorded for that. 2 of them are up for sampling on our Bandcamp
Right.
page. One of Everyone is one of them, and then Santa Claus is Dead is the name of the other one that's
Okay.
up there.
Okay, that's
it
cool.
doesn't really have anything to do with Santa Claus.
Right,
but
I understand.
it was just a cool title we came up with.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're using those as promo singles, but if I can just change the subject right, this is Sexy Monastery is Liz's whole creative project, but that's her brainchild. So the only thing I added to that was really a little guitar and a little backing vocal. I think I'll write some in there, but I don't really write many lyrics. What I'm doing is I'm just basically adding the aesthetic of the guitar and a backup vocal to her song, and then if she likes the way that sounds, we'll go that direction. If she don't like that, she wants me to do something different, I'll go that direction. So it's really this is her whole project, and what I've been doing for the past 10 or 15 I mean, I'm really 10 years. I really threw myself into trying to do this solo project, which I've got 8 albums of my own that I've self-produced, and some of those are released under labels, certain labels online. And they're physical labels too, but I'm not making any money from that. But I put that on the back burner since I met Liz, because I was getting kind of burned out of playing all alternative rock music.
So you got a producer type relationship with the music of this.
Yeah, he produced.
I mean, basically, you're looking at. I mean, I know you're in it together, but basically, you're producing her project for her.
Right. I'm producing, and she's mostly doing.
She's basically
marketing, and she's out there trying to find what we can get plugged into online.
Yeah.
I don't even have a phone.
So is this? Is this?
Keep up with that.
So yeah, I understand what you got going here. Yeah. So basically, she's the face of the project, and you're the nuts and bolts of it, right?
Yeah, and the nuts and bolts come out of her head.
Right,
so
exactly.
I reapply them.
Well, he's actually a lead. We're both the lead vocalists in the project. He has songs that he sings completely on his own, but I write. I write the songs.
You write them, but
Six Monastery songs got. It's all hers. She
all
wrote
yours. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good.
From melody to I write all the guitar
I write
parts.
the vocal melodies mostly, unless it's one of the songs he's going to perform lead vocals, and then he writes that vocal melody.
Yeah, and as far as
the weird thing, a lot of the songs that he performs have been based on some of my poems that he made into songs, which is very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Some of our best songs were poems.
It started out as poems.
Yeah, and I've written some of those melodies, some of those songs that were just like me singing and playing guitar. I've written some of those melodies. The guitar parts they're really up for grabs. Like I'll play something for her if we're working on a song, which we used to work on a lot more songs than we do now because we've got so many already sketched out.
Yeah.
But when we do have notebooks with the stuff written out when I'm playing on guitar, so I remember.
Right.
But when I'm working on a song with her, I'll play a little something on guitar, and she's like, "No, I don't like that."
Yeah.
And then I'll try something. Yeah, I like that.
It usually fits right away. He can.
But I mean, but it's good. I mean, it is good when you can say, no, that's not working. And we're cool with it. I'll try something else. And
early on, it was strange. I don't know if I really discussed this with you, Liz, but early on it was strange because I felt like. It was natural the way that I drew the lines in between the working relationship and then our relationship.
Right.
We'll get in some tear down arguments about a song, but it's like from early on we've been able to pick up when we throw the guitar down. We'll just pick up and just be like normal again.
Yeah, I mean you can separate the two.
And drawing those lines became very, very interestingly easy with her. And I've had a working relationship before, and I've worked with other people where it would spill over into everyday life. Yeah. It just doesn't do that with us.
That's why bands fall apart all the time.
That's why this works.
It's if it helps.
You always hear them say creative differences.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And basically, it is. We got two different ideas, and you piss me off, so I'm done. So it's good that you can have a different opinion here, but move on in your life away from there.
And separate the worlds.
Yeah, separate because that could be sketchy. I mean, that could be problematic. I mean, so.
He's like a really good rhythm guitarist. We don't focus much on his guitar playing because he's not shredding.
You're right.
But he's a really good rhythm guitarist.
Now,
that's like his forte.
Well, you want to talk about the instrumentation?
Yeah.
Fast rhythm.
Well, let me ask you this: where did the background come for all of this? I mean, you didn't wake up today with these songs, and you didn't wake up playing I mean, where did music start for you guys?
Well, I was in band in high school, and I played the clarinet.
Yeah.
And I was first chair through senior and junior year.
Yeah.
And I played all the solos.
Yeah.
So it was really my first passion.
Right.
And then later on, I drifted into kind of towards drama and film.
Right.
And I moved to LA for a while and tried
But you had that music
But I had
passion.
the music, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Dan, with you?
Well, with me, I guess I've always been really into film too. I kind of wanted to be a film director for a little while, but I was in the band also. I played French horn. I was mostly first chair throughout that, and really, my earliest memories of being at my grandmother's house and playing piano when I was 5.
Yeah,
I
do
did that
understand.
for hours, and everybody's like, "Oh, that Dad's playing piano, and he's going to be into music in one day." So but
you're really gonna
she pursued film right out of high school.
Right.
She did something really risky that most people wouldn't do.
Yeah.
She left here and moved to LA with a car and a little bit of money.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
That's a hard move.
tried to make that happen.
Yeah.
Didn't really work out for her. But who looks up?
What do you say? I wrote 10 feature-length.
She's got that.
Yeah. So
That's good.
She's got 10 movies written
Right.
down.
Yeah.
Well, now, how about writing? When did that come on? Did y'all both always write from a young age, or did y'all get into this as you get older?
I started writing poetry when I was like 12. I've been fascinated with. My mom was kind of majored in English,
Right.
and she wanted to be a writer her whole life. So I think I got that passion from her. To write to love words and just the way they go together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dad, Doug Pruitt, is a local artist and art teacher, career art teacher. He's retired now, but very talented man in the arts.
Right.
I never did really take up with drawing and painting and stuff like that. I'm more interested in guitar, and he saw that. I was listening to my headphones all the time, and by the time I was 14, he made sure I had a nice acoustic guitar to start playing on. I guess I started later than most people. Most musicians usually start. I don't know. But well, I was on the piano. I was on my grandmother's piano a lot.
Right. Yeah.
But once I started playing guitar, it wasn't long as I was making up songs and writing down, lyrics and stuff like that.
Right.
I've been doing that for, I guess, half of my life. I'm 30 something now.
Yeah.
We don't like to talk about our age here.
Oh please, we're not talking about age here. No.
All the way around.
Yeah, no, we're letting that go. So, all right, let's. Is there a chance I can get you guys to perform something?
Yeah, we can do a song now, a song later.
Sure.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we had like 2 prepared.
Okay, so
it's on acoustic and one of them's on electric. So.
Sounds good. Well, we'll be right back in a little bit with part 2.
Okay, well, this next one is it's entitled "Should Have Been a Rock Star," and it's kind of more of a gritty rock style song, not so poppy as like One of Everyone. I wrote this about Dan. This is the first song I wrote about him.
There you go.
Okay,
it's falling down. That's fine. Go ahead.
And so this is all about our relationship and stuff, and how I think that he kind of should have been a rock star with his solo music and everything before he met me. So here we go. Should have been a rock star.
But dinners are better when you're trying to close. You shoulda been a rock star. God knows your smile is the sin. Like a springing trapeze artist, your magnetic charm comes from within. You shoulda been a rock star. You shoulda
been a rock star. You shoulda been a rock star. You shoulda been a rock star. You shoulda been a rock star. How many women have you played? I won't be yours till this time in May. I'm still hearing sadness, okay. I'm gonna marry you on Monday. And I tell ya, you really should have been. 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 You should have been a rock star. 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 You should have been a rock star.
Right.
For one reason or another. And,
Well, that's the narrative.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory after that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's saying like, well, and then it's really like a love song.
Right.
She turns into a love song because it's I'm wanted by everyone worth a damn, but you're the only
The
one
only
that
one that matters. Yeah.
And it's like we're singing that to each other, so it's
Right.
also a girl that's looking for a guy too. So
Right.
Yeah, I threw a little part in about what can I say? You made my day no more hiding in my attic. It's
Right.
kind of cute reference to a guy just like hiding out in the attic or a room or something, just waiting for this girl to notice her. Or something.
you have some extreme vernacular in your lyrics that I think touch on a lot of. I don't hear people write like you. It's just you have a very unique voice.
I have a good way with words, like describing
does.
things.
Yeah,
Descriptive terms.
I agree.
And as much as I've written, as far as my songwriting, I've never really been able to hone in on those emotional cues that make people
Right.
that become a memorable songs.
I mean, it's a pretty good hook you have there. You know, that wanted by everyone. I mean, that's a pretty good hook. You know, that draws you in right there from the beginning.
It's kind of like a good marketing tool too, because if we ever if something ever really happened really successful wise, then it would be like I can see the article write-ups about they're wanted by everyone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is a good lead in to your whole, the whole what you're doing. That's a pretty good lead into it.
Right.
It also draws you in, wanting to know, and wanting to know what's going to happen. So
right.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
So now, would you describe the songs that the project, are these love songs or are they?
Yeah, every single song I write is a love song.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm a woman, so that's what we do.
That kind of became your thesis from starting out this thing.
I wrote about 5 songs about him after I met him. 5 love songs about him.
Okay, I was going to ask you, these are positive love songs?
Yeah, most of them are positive. Some of them are dark.
This guy I play in a band with, he seems to love to write love songs with tragic endings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean...
Well, I got this one song I wrote before, this one poem that I wrote before I met him that was about someone dying and wanting to be reincarnated into a star. It's called Reborn a Shining Star, and it's talking about, it's kind of got a dark element because it's talking about the person being dead and wanting to be together again, like in this night sky and stuff. It's a really sweet song.
Yeah, that's still a positive love song.
Yeah, it's really uplifting kind of.
Yeah, Kevin, you should hear that. They're writing positive love songs.
Yeah.
It's a dig at the guy I play with.
Heartbreak songs or love sick songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His actually end in murder usually, but. I mean, there's whatever works, I guess.
Yeah.
So, you got something? Are you ready to do another one, or are we going to move on and talk about some more stuff?
Well, let's talk for a little bit.
Okay.
We'll do another one
I was
in a
ready to
little bit.
perform.
Okay.
I don't
Chill
know.
out for a minute.
Okay. Now, are you playing out any these days?
We go to some open mics in the area.
Right.
We've been in Newgrass for open mic and stuff. We actually had kind of a tiff with the what?
I guess we got to go there. You want to go there?
With the booking agent in Newgrass, so he's not ready to give us a gig yet because we kind of had an argument with him over something personal. Other than that,
Yeah.
there's not really Shelby doesn't have that much live music venues.
No, they don't. They don't.
Geared for like original like.
Our sound is hard to market.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's
the whole bluegrass country feel around here.
Yeah. It's
We're like two weird. We stick out like a sore thumb with pop rock and stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Asheville, Charlotte area is a really good place for you guys to join.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we were talking about New York.
Think about going to New York City.
Yeah.
You ever busk in Asheville?
I have before, and several years ago.
Yeah.
I think you can do well in that.
Yes, you can. You can busk and do well in Asheville. I mean,
Asheville?
Yes, Asheville.
Okay.
Asheville is a better play for us than Nashville.
Yeah, it is. It is.
No, Nashville
You could
is-
probably the two of you guys could stand on the corner in Asheville and
Make bank.
make. Yeah, you could probably
Well, I don't know. Asheville's.
to add some bucks to your pocket, But
I like Charlotte though. I think Charlotte's got a good underground music vibe.
they do. It's yeah.
Asheville's geared towards the hippies. And stuff.
Yeah, they are.
Our music is
Kinda.
more hippie music, though. I mean, not
Not
really
really.
hippies, but
No, I think it would be more of an indie, maybe an indie vibe in Charlotte. Maybe. I don't
Who
know.
knows?
We don't know.
you
It
know.
just
I can-
depends.
I mean, we've done
We
stuff. in
did
Charlotte
open
a
mic
lot.
and evening music, kind of bombed, but we were
It didn't
nervous.
bomb.
We
Man,
were nervous.
We were like the main.
We were way no. it was-
Yeah.
Got a lot of applause. It's funny when we perform or when we introduce something to somebody else. Liz will tune out, like and then I'll notice people's reactions. Very
Right.
positive,
Right.
We'll come away from it. She'll be thinking about what she did wrong or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, you didn't even see these people are just smiling, goofy.
Well, women are nitpicky.
Yeah, well, live music's different than recorded music too. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you have one shot to get it right, and if you don't, you're gonna be
and you probably
doing
just
bad all week.
oh yeah. Well, you
Well,
can.
we've never really
No, we do good. I know.
bombed anything. Well, the first Newgrass show we played, my
Oh,
guitar
yeah.
wasn't in tune.
Yeah.
Because I was up there
Gotcha.
just honking around with some kind of strung up piece of wood.
Yeah, I
That
understand.
did not sound.
This one that was way back when we first started playing together, and that was our very first one of our very first performances
Live.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's hard. That's a hard place to
Yeah.
play live anyway. That
It was
is.
crowded that night too.
Well, I know
Really
the
crowded.
first. I've had some early on. I had some terrible live performances. I used to play coffee shops. Started out there with my solo material,
Right.
some originals, and I quickly got onto all originals because I was writing songs like all the flipping time. And I played some in Morganton, played some in Asheville, Hickory, and I've had bar gigs and stuff like that.
Right.
But early on, you have terrible
Oh yeah,
performances,
well.
and then your crowd don't like it obviously because you just flipping out and in front of a big spotlight, and that's the first time you've ever done that. So you'll have that.
Playing solo, playing duo, when it's just the two of you, it's
Yeah.
really hard. I mean, it's hard to cover
Yeah.
when you make mistakes. And if you say you play perfect and you don't ever make mistakes, I'd probably call you. I wouldn't call you a liar, but you hadn't played out very often. If you
Yeah.
play your stuff perfect and don't make mistakes, I mean that's just part of it. It's growing
Well, I think
pains.
what we're doing, a lot of times I'll use acoustic guitar, or most of the time I use electric, what we've been playing recently.
Right.
But it's so transparent. She's using a tambourine.
Right.
Every little is so
Oh, yeah.
visible, so audible.
Yeah, we're having a hard time recording for our album using the tambourine because the sound just
Sound
doesn't
is jumping
translate
too. It
the
is,
same
yeah,
way
it
on
don't.
the recording as
It's
it does
really,
live.
Tambourines are actually drums and tambourine percussion stuff that's the hardest thing to record of anything. I mean, they have whole special studios that do nothing but drums and and percussion instruments like tambourines and stuff.
I've seen don't you have to project the sound up and then catch it on the other side?
Yeah. And it's hard to do. I mean, that's a lot of bands these days, they take all their stuff to a drum place and they lay all that down before they ever go in the.
You got your drum tracks ready and your tempo set.
And they did it at a place that was sit up, rather than having to sit up drums and mic drums, which is just the hardest thing in the world. So I'm sure with an individual tambourine, that's really hard to get to fit right in the mix,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've taken a certain approach to Sexy Monastery where working as B. Hazemeyer, that's I haven't said that name yet. There's 8 albums online that you can download and you can buy them, you can stream them. A lot of them are on Spotify. You can stream them on there, or I got a SoundCloud page. Anyways, the initial B followed by the word Hazemeyer. That's a name that I found in a baseball hat when I was 14 years old.
That's a pretty cool story. Guitar. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I call myself that as my pseudonym or whatever. Right. But performing as that, I would reach. Well, I did, like I said, I did that 12 years, and the moment that I met Liz, I was so burned out trying to make this, and if you listen to B.H. Myers, it's some weird crap. I mean, if you like it, you're probably one of the very few that does like it.
Well,
I love it. I make it, but I've known, I knew early on. I mean, the first 3 years of writing songs, most people just don't really connect to my song. You'll have some people that are really heady, like really into it, But when I'm writing music,
I was really into it. I love this stuff.
When I'm writing music, and from the start, I'm always just trying to make people think, write these little riddles and in lyrics, and the songs kind of have a tick to them too that I'd work out in my head. I thought, this is my work. I love this stuff. It just hasn't gone over that well with a live audience or with local people that I'm encountering personally. I'll have some good performances, but it's been big online. But anyway,
you had that one woman at the performance in Charlotte saying, "Oh, the pain about your song."
Oh, the pain in the music. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was very interesting. That was a good.
But when I met Liz, I met her at the time when I was about to. I would need something else, something new, a new project or somebody else writing that I could kind of feed off of, because I've been through so much with my own music. It's like, so that was perfect. She has this sound that almost anybody could just like catch right into, man.
That's good. That's good.
I think I get that a lot from living in the LA environment. The pop is really big out there.
Yeah, it is big.
Rock.
Yeah.
And I just combine them and call it pop rock, whatever.
And you're right. New York probably would be good. That is probably a good market for you guys.
Well, yeah, it's more. I just think the instrumentation is awfully original here.
It's a more progressive market. That's how I would.
They have like so many open mics in New York City. You can every single night of the week you can go to open mic.
Sure, you can. You can all the time. And that's generally how you have to do it when you start in New York.
Right.
So,
Well, you want to play the last song and then wrap it up or something? What? You're not ready to play yet?
If you're ready to.
Yeah, I'm ready to do the last song.
Ready to do the last song.
I just want to introduce this one because it's a good one. And about you.
I have no idea. Oh, we're good. I mean, I can cut this out.
How much more time would you have allowance for? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I got this.
We can talk a little more after we do the.
All right, we're back here with Liz and Dan, and do you have a website or anything you'd like to promote?
Yeah, well, we're Sexy Monastery, and you can find us at sexymonastery.com as our website, and so it gives us all the information on any dates we might have for gigs or anything about us. So the album mentions everything on there. Okay. You can find us there. And on Facebook also at facebook.com/sexymonastery.
Okay.
We always enjoy getting new page likes for that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Other media, Instagram.
Instagram, Sexy Monastery Band is the name.
Okay.
Right, we're on SoundCloud as Sexy Monastery. If you search that up on
Okay.
SoundCloud, you'll come up with that. Also on Bandcamp.
Okay.
And I want to put a quick plug in here for my solo project.
Sure.
B. Hazemeyer is the name.
Spell that, please.
Hasemeyer, and I've been pronouncing it wrong all these years. I don't really care. I heard it was actually pronounced Hazemeyer. Because there's this dude online that goes by B. Hazemeyer as well, and I thought it was kind of funny. I think he got that idea from me. Anyway, if you search up, just like we were saying before,
Right.
Instagram, SoundCloud, it'll be under the same name.
Okay.
And I currently have an album that I'm pushing right now called Starship Earth, which is available for search and purchase on Amazon, iTunes, and it's also
Spotify.
streaming on Spotify.
Right.
So yeah, those are
Well,
resources we have online.
all right, you heard it here. You know where to find the music. Go out and get you some of it.